Welcome back, guys, to another game of the evening. The boys on blue are gonna be as I get my team names set up here. Instant carry on blue, going up against Team Rogue Esports on the red team. As always, I'm gonna introduce the boys on blue. My buddy here is gonna introduce the boys on red. So on Team Instant Carry, we got Eris. On the Raw, gonna be taking that into the mid lane. Sith MC gonna be playing the Guan Yu support most likely. Hard to please on the Shibalanke AD carry. Kaden on the Thor, and last but not least, Dr. Loves on the Sobek.
And on the red side, the right side of your spectator UI, we have Rogue Esports. K-Staff playing Bastet in the jungle. Saku going to be Vamana in the solo lane. Fruit, Yama. That's actually Llama, but I wanted to say it all Spanish. Going to be maybe, most likely mid lane there. X-Bulk going to be the support Geb. And Hazard Ice going to be Cupid in the ADC. Vamana. Look at Vamana and look at that build. We got a heavy hammer alert, baby.
Oh, yes! And Vamana is one of those characters that can get a heavy hammer without compromising wave clear, because you don't really need a hog on that character. You just throw your umbrella, and that essentially gives
Look at that 5-man group. Oh, here it comes. I'm ready for this right now. No, they're not spotted. They do.
Carry probably knows because they're sitting really passively.
They're pinging. They're pinging right now. I'm not sure who's exactly pinging, but it looks like, ooh, there we go. They're looking for it right now. Instant carry with a great spot right there. Congrats to you guys for paying attention and not getting destroyed for no reason. That was a wasted heavy hammer. Like you said, not totally going to put him behind by any means, but not as near as effective as it should have been. Or could have been. I'm not going to say should have. Could have been.
If they invade the Sobek, then that heavy hammer is still going to be good, and they have time to invade. See, look at their positioning right now. They are definitely going to invade this, but the problem is Bastet's not that great early game, and you're invading into a Thor. Sobek's not too bad, or rather not too good, because that plug's not going to do too much. That tail whip's also not going to do too much, but this is where it's going to come. If they get this buff, that's going to be huge. Kaden looks like he's going to take a small, but he's going to be forced to get his hammer, and well, K-Staff got the steal onto the speed buff, and that's going to put Thor really far behind.
Yeah, especially because they're going to lose this blue buff.
Oh, and while Thor can't really come back in, Kaden is just too low on health, but that healing potion is coming up. Dr. Loves needs to be careful here, because Vamana has a heavy hammer, but that tail whip is going to provide enough peel for him, and they are going to get the double steal. That's going to be huge for Team Rogue, because Solobek depends on that buff.
Yeah, definitely. Look at Thor getting poked down already. Just half health from the pounce and the bleed there. He's only level 1, so that's going to hurt really, really bad. And Thor behind is bad. But Caden's an amazing jungler, as we saw earlier. That first game of the night, we saw him play Circuit and just romp on it. But Bastet has got great poke in the early game, especially with that jump and using her 2 and making him bleed. That really, really hurts. So Thor's going to have to be careful here. Kaden going to be in some trouble. Still sitting just at level 2 now, kind of catching up, but it's going to be a little hard for him in that early game, and that sucks when you're Thor because you need to be aggressive pretty much at all times to use Thor effectively.
Well, the good thing about health is that they have a Raw in the mid, so Kaden doesn't necessarily need to back off, but Raw needs to come and heal him at the back harpies. So look at what Rogue is doing. They're going to shove the wave in the right lane, and they're just going to go for their buff. Hand of Gods is going to be up soon for Bastet, because indeed it is, because he got Hand of Gods level 2, and that just means that you want to play really aggressively if you get Hog 2 over Boots and Hog 1. And in fact, that's what they did. So this thing is doing really well for Team Rogue. And in fact, they're doing really well as a team. They're not too far ahead in experience or gold, surprisingly enough, even though they've gone 2 camps. Perhaps the reason is because the left lane is getting shoved. X-Balk on the Geb isn't going to provide too much clear, and Cupid's clear is also kind of crap. It's all about this Guan Yu putting so much pressure in the dual lane.
Yeah, he's got a great push, and he can and he can heal. So any kind of damage that comes their way, they're going to heal right back up. Granted, Cupid can heal, and Geb's got that nice shield, so they're going to negate a lot of damage, but they're going to use a lot of mana in the process.
Well, Sith isn't lacking too much in the mana department, but Hazard Ice is. Well, not too much anymore because
That
those
blue stone
hearts
pendant will
get
come
picked up.
back too. So
Yeah.
it'll come back pretty fast. It's not that big of a deal.
Rotation's gonna happen from instant carry. Guan Yu is gonna be the first person to get into the camps, and who got those camps? It looks like instant carry got the camps.
Just like instant carry did,
Fast.
judging by the XP spike there.
Yeah, and right camps. Actually, you know what? Maybe I think Rogue actually got that because instant carry got the right camps free essentially, and K-Stab might have hogged it after. But the thing is, it's not going to be too big of a deal. If we take a look at the graph, 6,700 experience, or 600 and well 900 now after this wave, but about 600 at that point, and gold 100, so not too much. This game's essentially even. But look at the right lane. Dr. Love's just forced to use his ultimate, and Saku is not going to get the kill yet. And yes, he is. He's gonna get the kill now. That's gonna be first blood going into your solo lane. That's not what you want. Kaden needs to be really careful here because he does not have level 5. He's only level 4, not doing too much damage. That stun is gonna miss completely, so he's not gonna return the kill. Saku right now taking a massive lead over
In the left lane, out goes the Warhorse. He just uses it as a defense mechanism just to get the stun off. He wasn't even trying to aggress, just trying to get out of the Cupid ult right there. Hazard Ice ult down, sitting at just a third of his health. Has to be very, very careful.
K-Stab is in the back. K-Stab is going to come in. Cats is going to get dropped. Hard to Please is going to be in some trouble, but Hard to Please just dashes out. And well, Shibalake ultimate stuns you. You got to be careful of that. It's really easy to forget about it, because if you're in the heat of everything, you're going to be too focused on your target. Perhaps tunnel vision in there. Maybe they would have been able to get the kill because the Cats would have been able to take the tower, and K-Stab would have been really fast with the speed buff. So if he didn't get stunned, perhaps Hard to Please would have been dead, but Hard to Please makes it out alive, and that is really important for instant carry because you don't want to die when you're behind.
Yeah, definitely not. And that's, you know, good. I mean, good plays, but could have probably gotten a kill out of that had it been played a little bit better, a little bit more, a little bit smarter. But still sitting ahead a little bit. Let's take a look at the graphs. I mean, pretty even though. Rogue should have been taking a little bit more of a lead at this point, granted, given how much they aggressed on the right lane and carried there, but is not able to kind of keep that lead going as much as they would have probably liked to. Only one kill right now, 1-0 Rogue.
What is Hazard Ice doing? Look at Hazard Ice.
Looks like a DC, unfortunately, for Hazard Ice. Luckily, it goes down to the tower. We're probably going to have a pause come out here in just a moment, and I actually know that. And there it is. There is the pause. Take just a short little intermission here while we wait for these guys to get back. So Rogue eSports sitting a little bit ahead right now. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt Fruit Llama a little bit.
Well, they're behind in experience.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that works. Instant carry up almost 1,000 XP right now. That's great for them. I mean, I can't believe they're actually that far ahead, but that's awesome that they're doing that. They're not even down in gold, really. It's only 200, so it's not that big of a deal. But
well, maybe it's just time wasted from Bastet because Bastet's been trying to gank, and looking at the gold difference between Thor and Bastet at this point in time, it's basically even. In fact, it's literally even because they're both sitting at 3,301 gold right now. But Thor's been taking his time. He hasn't really been ganking, and that's what you need to do. You gotta take your time. You gotta farm up before you can gank, and especially if you want to gank a Chronos, because usually you want to gank the mid, because mids are usually snowbally mages and bursty mages. So if you can shut them down, then they're not gonna be a presence. But the thing is, it's really hard to gank a Chronos because it's like, you take him down to about 10% health, he's gonna die, but then he just ulties and he gets all of his health back. But more importantly, he gets all of his cooldowns back and he just turns on you and you die because Chronos does a lot of damage. And based on the build, he's looking to play really aggressively with the Dumore pickup. But you can also gank the dual lane. However, it's hard to gank a Geb and Cupid because of how mobile and how survivable they are with the Geb shield and the dashes.
yeah, I think it's going to be really hard to kill that lane for sure. We really need to see a little bit more aggression here from Bastet, in my opinion. K-Stav needs to really abuse that early damage and early cats because Bastet's going to start to really do less as we see Kaden start to come back from that slow lead or that slow early game, you know, because he was behind, that's going to start to go away here pretty soon. So we really need to see, you know, Bastet trying a little bit harder, getting a little more aggressive if possible. No, that's not always possible by any means, but we're going to start to see the dunks come any minute now, and that's when things get real scary. Dunks are scary, for especially from Thor, and especially against someone like these guys. Granted, I don't know who he would go on exactly. Everyone has kind of an escape. You know, Kronos could ult out. X-Bulk, you don't really want to go on the support. Hazard Ice has a nice little dash. Why even go on Vamana? and K-Stop has a nice jump. So, going to be a little hard to lock anyone down, though. So you're going to have to know when those abilities are on cooldown.
Well, what needs to happen is I think Sith needs to be the one initiating these fights, and Thor just coming in the middle of the chaos when everyone's not aware of the dunk coming in. So he needs to go in the middle of the fight and perhaps look to stun the Kronos, because you don't want the Kronos to be going wild, to be going ham. Even if you lock him down, you don't have to necessarily kill him, but if you lock him down, then that's going to be good, because you're going to be killing everybody else, since this character is not going to be doing any damage if he's stunned. So Thor, if he's behind, you're just a CC machine. If you're ahead, then you're a burst character that can snowball really hard. So Thor's really just all-around good character, good god to pick for the jungle role, and well, he might take a fall here because K-Stab is gonna aggress onto him, and K-Stab isn't done chasing. Kaden is gonna die to the bleed, and just overstaying his welcome over there. It looks like he only got one harpy, so if he got the heal off the second harpy, maybe he wouldn't have died, but he should have taken to the skies instantly. He was expecting that.
Yeah, if you get in trouble at all, you gotta go, and you gotta do it fast, because it takes a little bit for that wind up to get you up in the air, and that proved to be difficult in the right lane. We see K-Stop getting a little bit of poke there, but not going to be able to take down Dr. Love's solo Beck at any time soon. I mean, it's going to be really hard for that Sobek to go down. That's the benefit of Solo Beck. He's really, really hard to take down, and he's pretty efficient in lane, so it's not that big of a deal. Look at the left lane, Sith, MC, they're taking an invade here onto the attack speed buff. Mongolian Warhorse going out. We might see some trouble here for Geb. He ults, but hard to please, gets the kill on X-Bulk. Good job there. He needed that kill for sure, but oh, here comes Kronos. Fruit Llama coming in, but not able to make anything happen, unfortunately. Hard to please us, walks away unscathed with a nice kill under his belt there, building up that passive. He's got one stack in that passive right now. He's going to have 5 more power as well from that. Hopefully gets that built up pretty soon, because that's when Shibalanke really gets going. Any early kills to Shibalanke, and that, I mean, he becomes really snowbally.
Yeah, and that's because his passive gives him physical power every time he gets a kill, up to 6 stacks. And it looks like Saku got a kill onto Dr. Loves. This is going really bad in solo lane, because look at what Saku bought. A Heart Seeker before boost. And you can do this as a Vamana because you're a really safe character, and you know that the enemy Thor is behind, so they're not going to gank you.
Take a look at K-Stav.
In the left lane, look at Thor. He's in the air. K-Stav is going to get stunned, and this Thor dog is doing so much work. K-Stav is going to die. Kaden is coming in with the save. And look at Era. Era's snipe under Hazard Ice, but Era's might be in some trouble, because look at Fruit Llama. In fact, it might be Fruit Llama in some trouble, because he is just gonna run out of there, gonna get spun to 1, but he is gonna rewind time, and that's gonna be it. But that stun is gonna work wonders for Team Instant Carry, and wow, Kaden just coming alive when his team needs him to.
Wow, that dunk
behind a lot. Okay, so he got both his camps invaded and both of his camps stolen, and then he comes back and gets this. And while Instant Carry gets the hog off of the Gold Fury, fortunately for them, Xbox wasn't able to hog quick enough, and that double stun just saved the Raw right there, because Saku would have been chasing him down.
Definitely.
But he's gonna chase him down. Heart of Blaze is gonna get chased down here, and so is Sith. But I'm not sure if they want to dive this tower. If the slow comes out, Saku might look to dive. Saku is gonna look to dive. He has the heavy hammer. He's in big baby form. What Heart of Blaze needs to do is turn and fight, but he's taking so much damage from the tower, and Saku is not gonna die. Era's gets a kill on the case slab or stab in the mid lane. Perhaps just too much over aggression from the back.
Died with the cats up though. That's interesting. I mean, shouldn't be dying with cats by any means.
Well, I
You
think
need
what
to.
happened was he got full Tower of the Soul right there.
That's the reason to die with cats, because you don't have a chance to do anything anyway. You're gonna get burned before, so might as well save him in that sense. Thor getting his speed buff here. Nice to see him get that. Caden gonna be starting to be a monster here any minute now. He's already just sitting at pretty much the same farm as K-Staff now, which K-Staff should be way farther ahead, but sitting 1 and 2 right now. Not really abusing that early game as much, and now it's starting to fall off a little bit, while Thor is starting to show up to these fights and really just turn the tides. I love to see Thor come online because we're going to see these dunks coming out a lot more often.
Yes, we are, and well, he's been quite quiet this whole game except that last fight, but we expect more from him. He's ahead of this Bastet now. 1 level ahead, not too far. 300 gold, not too far, but Caden is taking a lot of damage right now. Sith is in front. Sith is getting aggressed onto by Fruit Llama, but this is a really tanky target, and we don't want to focus too much on it at this point.
Fruit Llama hit that time rift right onto Caden and half health. Like, it did so much damage because he's got a decent amount of farm. He's already got Doom Orb up to 41 stacks, full boots. He's going to be starting to really hit hard, but he has to be careful to not die because that Doom Orb, he needs to keep that online. Otherwise, that power spike does dip pretty hard when he gets halved.
They need to kill this Chronos in a team fight, instant carry that is, because you don't want to let a Chronos just auto attack you, especially when he has a Doom Orb with 46 stacks. You want to be ganking this character and just pressuring him, and that's what I expect Caden to do, but it looks like Caden wants to farm. Hang on, look at the right lane. It looks like Solbeck is going to get taken
Thor's
down
up in
here.
the air.
Oh,
double dunk!
Deja vu! K-Stab gets shot down in the face as Caden, and Saku is going to get aggressed onto. Saku is just going to dash away because that's what Mana does. He's a very safe character. You don't really need to get boosts on him until much later into the game because Heavy Hammer slows him down. But Dr. Loves, in fact, is going to not get the kill yet, but this is going to be really close. Dr. Loves might be in some trouble. Oh! Saku jukes him so hard right there. Is this dive gonna happen? Dr. Loves might die here. Oh, the L play coming up from Saku. And Dr. Loves is getting too overzealous. Oh,
Caden might go down here as well. Time Rift misses.
But
One auto takes it down. Saku goes down to a brute. Oh, Olympian Brute number 43 takes him out. Too bad that doesn't do anything for instant carry.
Prevents him from farming, and also he has a Heart Seeker, so that actually does a lot.
That was okay. That's a decent death for instant carry. Too bad they didn't get the kill.
Yeah,
but
the kill,
at least they got something out of it. It was beneficial for them. I mean, let's look at Hard to Please right now. He's looking to be a little aggressive here. Maybe not. He's going off. I mean, it's hard to fight them under tower, especially when Sith has no mana, so they don't have much to go for. There's the Cupid ult, though. Hazard Ice looking to go in. Bastet coming in. Cat's going down. We might see Hard to Please in a bad position, but he does take out Hazard Ice, trying to turn and burn those cats, but he is getting destroyed. K-Staff going to get that kill with the help of Fruit Llama. Not actually even any help. He was just there trying to get some help, but the cats did it all for him. It was a good play. I mean, at least he got that kill. He needed to get that kill on Hazard Ice. That was a good call by Hazard Ice and K-Staff to go because both their ults were up. We saw the dash come in. We saw the cats go down. That's a great job on their part to do that. But you know, I don't. This is so back and forth, man. Insta Carry still got a good lead though. 3K lead and 2,500 gold. I mean, this is
their late game is not as good though. Their late game isn't as good simply because Rogue has 280 carries, and especially Chronos, because Chronos can do so much damage. But Cupid laying down the ultimate, just zoning people with it. You can either zone people with it, or you can put it in front of everybody. But look at Caden, he's gonna take to the sky, and he is going to dunk onto Chronos. But Fruit Llama is gonna use the beads, and this is not gonna do too much. Caden perhaps just wasting an ultimate there.
Yeah, he wanted to go on the right lane, as we saw. I'm looking to target that, but decided not to, as he would have been alone and probably would have gotten turned on and probably would have died because of it.
It's not really wasted because Fruit Llama used level 1 beads, and Fruit Llama is going to be forced to use
and his ult as well, so yeah, Fruit Llama is out of abilities and
ult. This is going to be a massive team fight coming out from Rogue, all their abilities hit, but you know what? Who? Hazardous gets a kill, Hard to Please gets a kill, more importantly, Instant Carry got the Gold Fury, so this is actually looking bad for Rogue. They've taken a massive lead at this point. Shibboleth ultimate is just gonna come out. X-Valk is going to die to the X-Valk, and Hard to Please is in the middle of everything. Bastet, but Hard to Please is out of mana, so he needs to be careful here. This Bastet is really fast, and that beam is just gonna barely miss.
That probably would have
nice
taken
try.
him out.
Nice try from Eris.
Yeah, he didn't have vision there.
Lane.
He tried.
Well, looking at the solo lane, this is just a slap fight back and forth. No one's gonna kill each other. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's gonna be a boring game for them, just because they can't do anything about it. I mean, Sobek cannot kill Vamana on his own. I mean, he can kind of get there, but it not really.
Yeah.
I mean, his Heartseeker stacks got taken down quite a bit, but he's already at 49, so it doesn't take him long when he's just sitting there farming all game to get those back.
No, Instant Carry needs to do something here. They have to end this game before it gets any longer. And look at this, Saku's gonna get yanked right here by Kaden, but Saku's just way too fast with the sprint. And it looks like he's gonna turn, but he doesn't want to turn too hard because his ultimate doesn't last forever.
Yeah, I mean, Instant Carry needs to start grouping, I think. I think they need to start really getting going on these towers. They have tier 1 mid tower down. They really need to take one of the other towers down as well and look to, you know, maybe group up at a Fire Giant Fighter. Granted, it's only 16 minutes in, so the game is still pretty early. It feels a little bit later than that, honestly. It feels like this has been a little bit longer game, but I just want to see them get, you know, really commit to some of these fights and get aggressive. And really, I want to see them destroy Fruit Llama and then destroy the rest of the team, because with Fruit Llama gone, I don't think Rogue has that great of a fight right now.
Oh, speaking of fights, there might be one in the left jungle, but Rogue is gonna do the smart thing and just back off. now. Buff is gonna get stolen by Team Instant Carry, but that's a small price to pay. You don't want to be losing your Cupid any more than you have been. He's 1 and 3. That's been dying a lot to this Shibalaki. Well, Shibalaki is 5 and 1, so he's been doing so much damage. Been playing so well this game. Taking a look at the graphs, Team Instant Carry is up 6,300 experience and 5,000 gold. So taking a huge advantage. This advantage, they need to make more of this, because they don't want Rogue to get into the late game situation where Saku is just gonna run, go ham on pretty much everybody because he's Vamana and that's what they do. But more importantly, Fruit Llama is also gonna go ham, and he's probably more dangerous than this Vamana in the late game situation. So Instant Carry needs to end this game soon.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Instant Carry needs to capitalize on this massive lead that they have right now. Almost 7,000 XP and 5k gold. Like, you have to be going on that. And I think we need to see Caden initiating some of these fights. He's up there enough now that he can initiate with the dunk a little bit better. And they can, I mean, they can dunk. They can follow up with the Mongolian Warhorse to come in for a stun. They have a nice amount of CC that they can set up, you know, an Eris ult. That Raw ult can come down between Thor, you know, Thor Raw ult. That'd be great, and you could burn Fruit Llama easily before he could get out of it. If you're smart, I mean, you have to be careful that he doesn't have that beads online. But you could maybe even just bait the beads somehow, try and get him in a situation where you bait that beads out. Look at this 4-man rotation on the left lane right now. They really do not want Hard to Please to be able to push up.
Get spotted out. They get spotted out.
Caden doing a great job there at trying to help, but we need to see Hard to Please get out. Hard to Please is ignoring that they're there and just kind of stays down lane. He could have really been pinched there, and they wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. Caden would have had to ult in, and he probably would have been dead prior. But look at this, maybe counter initiation.
Well,
It's hard to say.
Out of there. Rogue's already out of there, but Goldshade is gonna respawn soon. I'm surprised nobody's going for Fire Giant. Look at this arrow is gonna get initiated on. He's gonna get bursted down soon, but that ultimate Raw is gonna do a lot. Dunk coming out from Caden. Oh, Fruit Llama is just gonna make it out alive. 2 for 1 so far in favor of Instant Carry, just losing the Raw. With that Raw ultimate, as you said, with the Thor dunk, perhaps the order was a bit reversed there.
Yes, it was. Which doesn't make any sense. It
does not make any sense at all. But the thing is, the results are the same, so whatever, man. It's about the results, right?
Hey, man, if you can land that ult and not have a setup for it, you're a better man than I.
Oh yeah, and look at this Gold Fury is coming up soon, but Instant Carry doesn't want to let up the pressure. Speaking of pressure, we still haven't seen too much from either solo lane. Look at Dr. Loves just using this ultimate to try to clear the wave and force out Saku's ultimate, but it's not gonna do too much because this is basically a slap fight. But look at the gold here; it's gonna get started up. So Geb is nowhere close to this. Well, that's gonna be free. They don't even know what's going on. No words.
Yeah, that's not good. Instant Carry is going to get a nice little chunk of gold there, sitting at 7K gold up. That hurts. That's a whole item almost, and that's going to be rough for Rogue Esports to try and come back from that. Granted, they're not having too much of a hard time just defending and stalling this game.
Right, Dr. Loves is going to get ganked by the Basta. Cats is going to come out. Saku is just trying to block him, preventing him from dashing away. Dr. Loves is in a lot of trouble, but he's still not dead yet. He clears the cats.
Almost
somehow.
Instantly. Like,
yes.
Did he have Hog? He doesn't even, yeah, he uses Hog. He uses Hog as a tail whip. Hog tail whip, so good job. Good job on his part there to do that. Cats just disappeared because of that. Take a look at this mid lane right now. Eris may be in some trouble. No, there's not a lot of aggression happening right now. And if there is, it gets counter initiated so fast. I want to see instant carry just start going on this. We really need to see Caden initiating some of these fights or finding some picks somewhere. They need to do something. They're farming well. They're getting the Gold Fury objective. They've gotten tier 1 in mid lane, but they're not really pushing either side right now. They either have to kill Hazard Ice and maybe X-Bulk and take that left tower, or you have to kill Fruit Llama and probably K-Staff to be able to take mid.
Look at the right lane. Dr. Loves is going to go into the ultimate once again, using this thing with off cooldown, but we need to look at the team. Eris is going to miss the...
it was close.
It's
very close.
Saku was going to be dead. But it was going to be close. And look at this grouping. 3 players for instant carry, but they need to be careful. They're getting sandwiched here by Fruit Llama and by the rest of Rogue. Combo Wobble going to come out, and K-Stop going to kill Eris. Dr. Loves is going to get the hell out of there, and Thor is also going to get out of there. So that could have gone a lot worse for instant carry, just losing Eris. And unfortunately, he has a Doom Orb, so he's going to have to get more stats off of that. Sith might be in some trouble here. Sith is in pretty deep. And so it's hard to please, but everybody's in the mid lane grouping up. There's no objectives to take except maybe this tower, but Sith is going to look to defend against Fruit Llama. However, Fruit Llama does have a lot of objective damage.
Yeah, he's just waiting until he pops his 2. I'm surprised he's not going on this tower. He just walked away from it for mids and then back. I mean, he saw Thor coming, maybe Caden there ready for the fight as well, but he maybe could have stayed and gotten a little more damage on that tower. Now they're not going to get it because of that. But look at the right lane. Look at those towers. One of them may fall soon enough. Hopefully sooner than later, as this game's starting to get to be back to somewhat of a stalemate. Granted, there is still a pretty big significant lead in favor of instant carry, but that's not going to last forever. Eventually, that's going to, that's not going to matter, and we're going to see Fruit Llama really start to just dumpster these people. Let's take a look at his build right now. 50 stacks in Doom Orb, Boots, Chronos Pendant, and Demonic Grip. I hate Chronos Pendant on Chronos. I hate it.
I do too.
It's such a waste of his damage. I mean, you really there's some better items to get on him. But you know, Obsidian Shard, like get it. Get Obsidian Shard so much earlier. Spear, I love Spear on Chronos, and a lot of people don't think about it. Think about it. If you get a stun, that procs Spear, and then you're autos.
Hang on, look at Hard to Please right now. He just dove a tower for Hazard Ice, but he doesn't know that he's getting collapsed on. This is going to be really bad for him because he is going to get stunned. Nope, he's not. He dodges, and Fruit Llama is just really quick, just pushing. Oh, X-Falcon misses the Gab ultimate. How did that happen? K-Stab is in the front, and and Raw just comes in with the heal, and Hard to Please is not going to die here, but that could have been really bad for him had Fruit Llama landed that stun. There was also had Gab land that stun.
Yeah, there was some miscommunication there, as we saw Fruit Llama totally turn tail and run away, and then X-Bulk blinked in and ulted and missed it, but had he even landed it, it might not have mattered because Fruit Llama wasn't there to finish it anyway.
Well, there was Cupid. He still does.
Oh yeah, Cupid was there, so yeah, maybe it might have gone down for sure. But I mean, it was just weird that Fruit Llama would turn away, just turn around and walk away when Geb was gonna blink in right in front of him. I feel like that was, maybe just some missed call right there. But look at this grouping at Fire. Possibly gonna go on it.
Well, it's gonna be really risky because
they're just baiting the fight right now.
Oh, okay.
They need to do this though. I like this call. They need to do this because they have such a lead right now. They need to force a fight somewhere, and they need to wipe. There's the Mongolian Warhorse. He's going out, and he's going right on the person he needs to. Fruit Llama pops beads. Beads are down for Fruit Llama. There's the ult from Fruit Llama. Fruit Llama has nothing left, but he landed on him when he was doing the ult. That's going to be a problem. We're seeing Saku get taken down almost. He has to turn tail and run. The cats are coming out as well. Sobek just right in the front line doing a ton of damage and just being a bummer. Hard to please taking down Fruit Llama. This is Instant Carry's fight right now. They need to keep going. Eris taking down K-Stab. Everyone turns around and goes Fire Giant. Great job by them. They took out 3 players. Geb is still here, but we're going to see Shibalanke start to zone when he should definitely not be zoning. He should be on the Fire Giant, but he's going to take out X-Bulk anyway, so okay, maybe have him zone because he can just burn him in no time, I guess. Instant Carry gets the Fire Giant at 25 minutes in. They are pushing down up to that right lane. They want to take this right Phoenix, and they could probably get close to take. They're probably going to take this Phoenix and have to turn tail and run and then back and then push up mid or push up on the left. I don't think they're going to be able to do too much else with this, but they might just end up going for towers, which is a good call. I mean, I like that. They need to take out those towers quite a bit, and this is the time to do it while they have Fire Giant. They're going to get a nice chunk of gold out of this, and look at that gold difference, just going to skyrocket even more. Almost 13,000 gold in favor of Instant Carry right now, and 15,000, almost 16,000 XP. They are just on the warpath right now, taking all the objectives on their way back home. Tier 2 tower down. They just took Fire Giant, took down right tower, took down mid tower, and now they took down the Gold Fury. And they just look at that group back, all in sync. I love it. This is some great communication. Eris getting picked out though, but he's not going to be in any trouble by any means. K-Staff cannot burst him down near as fast as he needs to, especially when he has level 20 and Fire Giant online. Eris can stay in lane for a long time, and he's going to be dumping the damage, especially with that build. Look at that build. Warlock Sash, almost full stacks. Doom Orb, almost full stacks. Obsidian Shard. That is a damagey Raw right there. That is pretty scary. And it looks like he is going to finish that Rada Tahuti sometime soon here. He might even have the gold in hand to finish it, honestly. After those 2 towers and a Gold Fury, that might be ready to go. I'm interested to see what he gets. Let's take a look. And he finishes Rada Tahuti. Woo! And it looks like he's going into Soul Reaver, maybe? No. He's going to go into could be Thoth or could be Chronos Pendant. Probably Thoth, though, wants that extra damage online. I like it.
Well, the thing is, if you're a Raw, you want to get cooldown reduction, so I'm surprised he didn't build Chronos Pendant earlier, because you want to be dropping down the heals as much as you can in fights, and those things can... the heal is basically a walking jump.
Right.
That's how I see it.
Right.
That just means that Chronos Pendant is just going to help that much more, but there's going to be grouping the left lane. Look at Instant Carry, just 3 players, 4 players here now pressuring this tower. This tower is just going to melt! And, well... Look at Dr. Loves just casually using his ultimate going underwater and clearing the wave with it right there. So, perhaps fat-fingered on the 4, but, I mean, it's not that important because his team's here, and that's all that matters. So his ultimate, outside of damage, is just going to be there for the slow.
Look at Caden's positioning right now, sitting behind the wall. There it is. He's getting ready to go. Shattered Mountains, he yells as he goes in. He is going to dunk and not hit anyone, unfortunately. But he's just focusing this Phoenix as he should. Just get this Phoenix out of the way. Hard to please is going to take down Hazard. Ice in the meantime, and Saku with a double kill, looking to maybe get a triple here on the Bastet. Will he get it? Eris gets it instead and gets a double kill of his own. They're going to look to probably end right here. Chaos Titan sitting already at under 50%, and they just started attacking it. This is going to be game, and semifinals go to Instant Carry. Congrats on that. That was a very beautiful game. A little slow there for a while. Instant Carry decided to kind of, play a little bit safe, but they ended up taking the lead and win because of it.